Big transfer twist at Barcelona. Barcelona have secured a game-changing signing who could be crucial in protecting and guiding Lamine Yamal's meteoric rise. Meanwhile, Liverpool have just received bad news as a top transfer target shared between Barcelona, PSG, and Real Madrid has made his preference clear. And it's not Anfield. Stay tuned as we break down the shocking developments shaking up the summer window. After a quick round of negotiations, Barcelona have signed Rooney Bargi from Copenhagen for approximately €2 million, plus add-ons. Rooney, remember the name? Is a 19-year-old Swedish winger with a bag of tricks up his sleeve and a game-winning Champions League goal against Man United under his belt. And while he arrives at Barcelona to little fanfare, being massively overshadowed by the club's pursuit of Nico Williams, he could have just as big a role as the Basque winger in helping to save Lamine Yamal. Sort of. While Nico Williams could easily be slotted into a three-man rotation alongside Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, there's a strong chance that Hansi Flick will look for a way to get all three on the pitch at the same time. That could spell trouble for Yamal's rest schedule, something Barcelona fans were hoping would be improved this season. The issue? Both Nico and Rafinha are more comfortable on the left wing, meaning if there's any rotation at all, it's more likely to be between those two, leaving Yamal as the constant presence on the right. And that's a concern because Yamal is already being overworked. Last season he logged a massive 4,553 minutes for Barcelona, ranking third in the squad, only behind Pedri 4,646, and Rafinha 4,661. That's not even counting his national team duties, 606 minutes for Spain during the season, plus another 508 minutes at Euro 2024 before it even started. All told, Lamine Yamal is clearing 5,000 minutes for club and country. That is quite simply too much football for him to be playing. While Pedri and Rafinha have more, Pedri will naturally have more chances to rest and rotate due to the increasing options to play his position available for Barcelona: Frenkie de Jong, Gavi, Marc Casado and Marc Bernal. Meanwhile, Rafinha is a 28-year-old man at the peak of his physical prowess. Lamine Yamal is 17 years old. Okay, he's soon to be 18, but he's still far too young to be playing that much. If he keeps playing at that rate then, like Michael Owen or Ansu Fati before him, he could be completely burned out by 25. Done as a top-level performer because the accumulation of minutes just wrecked his body in some horrendous way. Lamine Yamal needs to be rested, rotated, protected, even from himself, as I'm sure if you asked him he'd constantly say he was fine to play, as he did against Red Star Belgrade this season when he carried on playing after taking a knock and then missed time through injury. Obviously Nico Williams could certainly provide that, but given the rumors about Rafinha taking up a central role, it seems like the Basque winger will be a starter. And while there is Dani Rodriguez at the club, another 19-year-old winger this time from La Masia, he is prone to injury as seen last season. On debut he dislocated his shoulder trying to hold a defender off. This after a season disrupted by hamstring trouble. No, Dani Rodriguez is unlikely to be a factor for a couple years until his body stops breaking every few seconds. This is a young talent coming off a bad injury, he wouldn't be able to handle a full load of games anyway. But 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there? Instead of leaving Lamine Yamal on at the end of games because whenever he goes off Barcelona loses their main dynamic dribbler in tight spaces, you could get the teenager some rest and give that role to Rooney. It's a role he knows how to play. Rooney has a stocky, powerful frame and is able to ride through contact. He packs a mean left-footed shot, can dribble through pressure and has an eye for a neat flick or first-time pass. He's obviously a raw prospect, far more so than the younger Lamine Yamal, but he has that same kind of spark that makes Lamine Yamal light up the game. That spark makes him unpredictable and dangerous to opponents, which is the key quality Lamine Yamal brings and why he is so omnipresent to his own physical detriment. Rooney Bargi's €2 million fee and low wages mean Barcelona don't have to stress too much about finding him significant minutes. This is the definition of a low-risk deal. Hansi Flick can just keep Rooney on hand to bring on for Lamine Yamal, maybe just for 10 to 20 minutes in games where they're winning, but add up all those 20-minute cameos as the season wears on and you start seeing significant gains. Not to mention the potential to just straight rest Lamine Yamal for certain games, not even have to bring him on. Whether that's Rooney Bargi starting or him coming off the bench for Nico Williams, he provides depth. And that depth is going to be what allows Hansi Flick to give Lamine Yamal more rest, and that additional rest is going to be what prolongs Lamine Yamal's career. Paris Saint-Germain are closely watching Ibrahima Konate's situation at Liverpool, but they're not alone. Real Madrid have also entered the race for the highly rated centre-back. With the summer transfer window approaching, interest around Konate is starting to grow rapidly. Although Konate is under contract at Anfield until 2026, that hasn't stopped top European clubs from making moves behind the scenes. PSG in particular are preparing for life without Milan Skriniar, who is currently on loan at Fenerbahce and likely to leave permanently. This isn't new interest either. PSG were first linked with Konate as far back as February, according to reports from Anfield Watch. The French defender, born in Paris, is now seen as a potential key addition to bolster their backline going forward. Through Paris FC's youth system before breaking out at RB Leipzig, Konate is seen as a potential long-term piece for the backline, and one of PSG's top targets this summer. Is PSG Real Madrid target willing to leave Liverpool? Foot Mercato reported on Thursday that Ibrahima Konate has been offered to Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona, and other top clubs with a view toward 2026. Contract talks with Liverpool have reportedly stalled, and the French centre-back is open to a new challenge. While several teams are monitoring the situation, Konate is said to prefer a move to Real Madrid. A recent report from Sports Zone suggests there's no major change in Ibrahima Konate's situation for now, but PSG believe time is on their side. The club remains patient as it closely monitors the Liverpool defender's status. PSG's long-term vision includes forming a top-level defensive trio of Willian Pacho, Ilya Zabarnyi, and Konate. They're in no rush and are willing to wait another year for that plan to come together. What a dramatic turn of events in the transfer world. Barcelona's latest signing could be the missing piece to secure Yamal's future, while Real Madrid's growing influence in the market continues to deal major blows to rivals like Liverpool and PSG. As always, things are moving fast, so make sure you like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for all the latest updates from the football world. The summer window is just getting started. Trouble brewing at Barcelona. It's been a dramatic day at Camp Nou, with major questions over the future of two key players. First, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen's potential exit is now in doubt, as the goalkeeper's transfer options appear to be drying up, leaving Barca in a tricky spot. And it gets worse. Another Barcelona ace is reportedly on his way out, after clashing with Hansi Flick over a lack of playing time. The tension inside the squad is rising, and this could trigger more exits ahead of the new season. Barcelona would be delighted to move on captain Marc-Andre Ter Stegen this summer, but what already looked like a difficult exit continues to appear more improbable. Not only would the Blaugrana like to save on his large salary, which would help register new signings, but it would save them an uncomfortable coexistence between the Germany international and Joan Garcia. Given his large salary, it seems unlikely that Barcelona will be able to bring in a transfer fee for Ter Stegen, and the Blaugrana are willing to reach a contract termination agreement in order to move him on. That would require convincing Ter Stegen to leave though, with the 33-year-old keen to stay and fight for his place. Premier League interest in Ter Stegen. For Barcelona to part ways with Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, the ideal scenario would be finding a top club genuinely interested in him. According to Sport, Chelsea have made inquiries about his situation after missing out on Mike Maignan, a move also echoed by Chelsea News. Meanwhile, Manchester City could potentially reignite their interest, but Ederson has made it clear to Fabrizio Romano that he's not planning to leave, which complicates things. Manchester United have also been mentioned as a possible landing spot as they look to move on from Andre Onana, though their focus appears to be shifting toward younger goalkeepers. As it stands, Ter Stegen's exit options seem limited, leaving Barcelona in a tough spot if they truly want to move him this summer. Options elsewhere. Despite strong links to Galatasaray, that idea has been shot down by Ter Stegen's representatives. AS Monaco hold good relations with Barcelona, and are negotiating a deal for Ansu Fati currently. They have sounded out the idea of Onana, and Ter Stegen could be an alternative. Bayer Leverkusen are also mentioned by the Catalan Daily, but Die Werkself have now signed Mark Flecken to replace veteran Lucas Radecki. Had a deal for Maignan been agreed with Chelsea, AC Milan might have considered Ter Stegen as an option, but the Frenchman now looks as if he will remain at San Siro. Saudi Arabia seems an unlikely destination for Ter Stegen, if one of the few that could match his Barcelona salary. A Barcelona player is reportedly close to leaving the club after expressing frustration with Hansi Flick over a lack of playing time. The 22-year-old made the move to Barcelona from Racing Santander in 2022, and he has represented his current side on 27 occasions in all competitions, scoring 5 goals and registering 4 assists in the process. Pablo Torre struggled for game time under Hansi Flick last season, making just 14 appearances as he found himself low in the midfield pecking order at Barcelona. With his contract set to expire next June, there's growing speculation about his future at Camp Nou. According to Gigantes, Mallorca are currently in talks with Barcelona over a potential deal for the young midfielder. Torre is reportedly open to the move, as he prefers to stay in Spain despite receiving interest from other clubs abroad. Barcelona's Torre, in talks over Mallorca move. The report claims that the initial talks were surrounding a loan, but a transfer is now expected to take place, with Barcelona potentially inserting a buyback clause into the agreement. Barcelona are still allegedly huge admirers of Torre's talent and believe that he has the quality to develop into one of the most productive midfielders in Spanish football. However, the Catalan giants accept that he needs regular football at this stage of his career. Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Marc Casado and Gavi are all ahead of him when it comes to the starting spots in midfield, and Torre only played 3 times in La Liga in the second half of the campaign. Torre claimed earlier this month that Barcelona boss Flick was not fair with him in terms of the minutes that he was handed during the 2024-25 campaign. "I think I could have played more minutes," Torre told Sport. "I think I earned them. If Flick wasn't fair with me and I told him that personally in a talk I had with him. I have to respect his decisions even though I don't understand them. At the end of the day what we're looking for is to play because where we're the happiest is on the pitch. So we'll see what happens." Torre played just 19 minutes of Champions League football during the 2024-25 campaign, while he was only used in 10 of Barcelona's 38 La Liga matches during their title-winning season. So there you have it. Ter Stegen's exit is looking less likely, while another first-team star may be heading out the door after a clear rift with Flick. Are we seeing early signs of unrest under the new regime? Will Laporta and Deco be forced to act before the situation worsens? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more exclusive updates on Barca's summer shakeup.